Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of The Muscle Whisperer with me, Kate Browne. In this episode, I'll be sharing with you some ideas for visualization. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any comments, please leave them below. So I'm really happy to be doing this video on visualization as it's something that has been a really powerful tool for myself, my own development and massage. And I just would love to share with you a couple of things that I think about sometimes to help me with my massage. So visualization, I find, isn't about the technical side of massage. It's definitely about the sort of the feeling of massage and the quality of your touch. So it's more about getting out of your head. So if you are perhaps kind of, focusing and worrying over one particular part, and you know that you're not doing such a great job because you've suddenly, stiffened up, then visualization can be a really great tool for you to use and tap into, because it will take you away from that worrying and from that focusing and bring you more into the feeling of what you're doing, which I think is probably one of the most important things with touch. So I also wanted to show you the Massage World magazine and thank them for publishing my article, which was on visualization and quality of touch. There it is. I think it's about 2 episodes ago, issue 110. So if you'd like to read the article in there as well, then I do talk about it a bit more in this article, what it means. So let me show you some techniques. Okay, so I'm going to start by popping some oil on the back to show you a technique. This is the Songbird Lavender Liquiwax. A few pumps of that. And I'm just going to spread that onto the back. A little bit for the shoulders. Okay, so visualization, I almost always use water as my sort of visualization tool. This just happens to really work for me. I really relate to it. I was born by the sea, grew up by the sea, so maybe that's why it really works for me. Something better might work for you, but this is just what I use. So the qualities of water are really what I'm thinking about when I'm using these visualization tools. So I think about water being really fluid, really soft. It's sort of curious. It can get into all of those little nooks and crannies. It can also be strong. It can be powerful. And I'm just going to sort of talk you through these strange little stories that go on in my head, but they might well help you, and as I said, kind of get you out of your technical mind and into your sort of quality of touch mind. So obviously this is a really popular massage stroke. I'm starting from the head of the table and working down the back, across the shoulders and up the neck. So by bringing visualization into this, okay, so I'm going to think about coming down the lower back, and I'm going to imagine that my hands are like a wave coming in from the sea. And as they get to the bottom of the back, I imagine this is the water sort of rushing up the shoreline. So that's that sort of delicate, thinner part of the water before it's drawn back down into the sea. So my hands are really soft. I'm thinking about that beautiful quality of water, and my fingers are really feeling everything below them. Then as I bring my hands back up the body, I'm going to imagine that stronger sort of drawing in that the sea does. So it's really pulling the water back into the ocean. So I'm going to do it again. Hands coming down, relaxing, rushing over the shore. Now that stronger feeling, so I'm really going to squeeze and draw my body. I'm pulling through my core, my belly button is sort of pulling through to the back of my spine, and I'm drawing, moving my whole body back. And already the touch is that much more dynamic. So we'll do it again. So going down the back, gently up onto the shore, and then that contrast, that drawing, that sucking back. And then you've got that wonderful contrast through your touch. When you've got these sort of bony structures like the scapula, like the acromion, you can picture them as if they're sort of stones or rocks in the sea, and if you think about how water sort of swirls around them, and I find that that's just a really beautiful image to keep, and it makes you just move differently if you're thinking about these things. So if you see how I'm moving now, I'm moving through my whole body. I'm just one fluid figure of 8 motion. And if you compare that to if you were stood with straight legs and straight arms, it's a completely different type of touch. So my knees are bent, I'm moving through my whole body, I'm imagining that water swirling beautifully round those rocks, around those bony prominences, and it just totally changes your touch. Another image that I think of is when a wave sort of crashes in and you get that sort of rush of water that sprays up into the air, and it sort of is suspended there for a moment before it comes back down. So I think about that when I'm coming up the neck. So here it comes, the water rushes in, and it sort of booms up the rock. It's suspended there in the air for a moment, letting my hands continue that movement before it comes back down. So this one is just thinking about having that pause. So that pause, just stretching, coming off the body, but I continue with my hands in the movement that I was going in. And that sort of continuity just helps with the quality of touch in itself. So rather than me coming off the body and then straight back down, I'm following that energy and going with it. So there's all sorts of things that I use like this. I think sometimes about sort of floating feathers for hands that come gently down onto the body, but always kind of moving through your whole body. And things like Tai Chi and dance and Qigong and yoga can really help to get you moving and connected with yourself, and that will translate into your quality of touch and into the massage that we do. So yeah, next time you're doing a treatment, have a go and just think about something like water or something that connects with you, and just see how trying to move like that quality affects your massage. And yeah, I'd love to hear, it'd be really interesting. If you enjoyed today's video, then please like, share and subscribe. We look forward to seeing you again soon.